About the schools that are represented in the final. We see some wrestlers from the quote-unquote superpowers, but it's more spread out this year.
Matt, there were 25 schools represented this morning. That's a tremendous amount to be represented in the morning round. No one had more than 4, or a few schools had 3. No one has dominated Region 3 this year.
The quarterfinals were held last evening, the semifinals this morning, so in less than 24 hours, these wrestlers have gone through an awful emotional experience, a physical challenge. What has to happen? What do they have to do to get through the next 6 minutes?
Now there's the mental preparation, not just the athletic ability that they obviously have to be at this point. It's being ready when they take the mat. It's breaking a sweat. It's having that perspiration kind of be felt throughout the body so that they don't make the mistake in the first 30 seconds when they hit their feet on the mat. That's going to be the key for our finals.
All right, the wrestlers are being introduced to the crowd at hand here at Union High School. The Region 3 championships are just moments away. We're going to take a short break. We'll come back with the 103-pound bout right after this.
Very strong. And then in the semis, I wrestled Guerriere in the semifinals. I had also wrestled him at the semifinals of the districts, so he was also tough. But I scored a couple points when I needed them.
You feel comfortable with the way you're wrestling at this point as you prepare to move on?
Yes, I thought today was one of my best matches ever. I was definitely confident in the match, and if I wrestle like this, I think I'll do great down there.
All right, best of luck
Thank
as you will take with you the Region 3 banner. Anthony Iolegio, who won today over Dave Packey at 130 pounds. This is the 160-pound bout. Justin LaSala of Johnson going up against Paul Jordan of Westfield. Paul Jordan with the advantage, as he will have most of the time in length.
Very fine throw, lateral drop, but off the mat. Looking at a rematch again of a district final of LaSala from Johnson and Jordan from Westfield. Looking at the long and the short of it out there as far as the wrestling bills are concerned. Jordan, extremely tall, moves very well. LaSala, small, compact.
Jordan was the county champ at 160 pounds. LaSala, surprising people, moved up to 171 and came away with the county crown.
Jordan getting the Outstanding Wrestler Award in the counties, and LaSala certainly had to be somebody well under consideration for that same award for anybody that was down to see the caliber of competition that he was able to defeat for his title.
Injury time taken, a little blood drawn from Paul Jordan.
Jim Garofalo of North Plainfield, the victor in the consolation match against John Jacob from Par Hills. A 5-3 winner to take the third place here at 160 pounds.
LaSala 53-20 in his career, but 25-3 in his senior year.
Paul Jordan coming into this tournament with the same record of Justin LaSala, both 23-3 coming into the tournament. LaSala has the leg. They're on the edge, though. Has to bring him in. Steps on the circle. They're out. 2 shots by LaSala that he could have had takedowns with. Now we see if it comes in 3s or whether it's Jordan that makes the move and comes away with the 2. And there it is. It's Jordan after 2 good shots by LaSala. It's Jordan that takes the lead.
Jerry, how do you counteract the length of a Paul Jordan?
Very difficult. The way you do it is by the upper body that we saw when he tried to throw. You try and extend the person here, get him off balance a little bit and take advantage of that. Tap the chin, try to get underneath. But Jordan's length is such an advantage when you go under him and he comes over the top of you. Jordan's so good on top with that length, able to ride tight, get a far wrist, force the power half in and walk it to the head. LaSala a little faster than Jordan.
Don McDonald, the Westfield head coach, looking on. There are probably some people who don't realize that Gary Kaler was the head coach at Westfield. Don's been there that long and that's successful.
It's amazing. I still think of Gary being in that corner against me, and Don has been there an extended period of time. Very, very fine job as far as his winning record is concerned.
13-2 this year for the Blue Devils.
Switch by LaSala, comes behind, has not gotten his 2 yet. Jordan still in a position to continue control with the whizzer. LaSala has to bring him back into the center and keep him going there. He can't lose another one on the edge. If he keeps the toes on, he could have come away with the 2. It was going to be a very close call, and he puts him on the feet for 1.
Six seconds left in the first period. And Paul Jordan leading 2-1 after 1. LaSala, a football and track player, and lacrosse, the other sport for Paul Jordan.
LaSala moves easily into a position of scoring. Comes out the back door, gets his 2.
And he takes a 3-2 lead.
Jordan immediately out in the front to tie it up.
3-all as we are just underway in the second period. Still trying to figure out what a track player is. A track performer. Football player.
Nice duck by LaSala. The length of Jordan again, fighting it off. The strength of LaSala that must have been shown at that 171-pound weight class in the counties should be an advantage here. Coming down and handling some of the big guys at 171 and now being at 60. Often during the year, Coach McSorley weighed him in at 60 and then had him wrestle 71 and take on the toughest opponent that he could come across. And again, one of those kinds of opponents would be, right now, the individual we see, a Paul Jordan.
3-all our score.
Jordan leaning forward, balance not as good right now as it was early on. And LaSala feel what we can see. It's easy for us sitting here on the side relaxing. Seeing the forward lean by Jordan. Both wrestlers call for stalling. First warning for both. Jordan with the reach. LaSala thinking duck when Jordan comes up. Thought about it. Couldn't shoot it a second ago. Pushing 2-on-1, hoping to turn that into some points.
And we'll come back to the center with 29 seconds to go. You get the sense that each wrestler has a feeling that the next move could be it, even though we're only in the second period.
And Jordan has to think about the first move of LaSala. LaSala almost did what he did in the first period, Matt. He went underneath the length of Jordan, almost allowed Jordan to crunch him and push him on to his rear and come away with 2 points. Jordan with the shot, but again from too far out to have points come from it. Going to be 3-3 heading into that last period. Jordan with the slight advantage now being down. He's in the position of scoring. If he doesn't let LaSala turn him, it's Jordan that can come out for that 1 or 2 and take the lead.
Does the length help you here on the bottom?
No, not nearly as much as on top. That length, if the man on top can keep that center of gravity right where he has it, into the small of the back, he has the advantage on top. And a step over, certainly. Jordan has the advantage. LaSala has to be aware of that. He can't walk him off the mat. He has a warning to bring him down into the center. Torques it to the front. Nice turn back in towards the legs of LaSala. LaSala with the quarter Nelson on, forcing that head to the mat. Not being willing to give up the one easily. Yanking on that head. Jordan staying locked on the leg. Jordan.
Neutral.
That's his point.
And it's 4-3 in favor of Paul Jordan.
A minute left. I see no way that this will end 4-3. Someone will get some points here, or a stalling will be called.
LaSala, as you pointed out, Jerry, had that little yank on Jordan's neck, which broke Jordan's hold momentarily, but Jordan, not bothered by it, he went right back on it, forced LaSala to go the other way, and that loosened up his grip a little bit, and that's how Jordan got the 1 point.
LaSala attempting a shrug, working on Jordan's head with 45 to go. Jordan with that length, able to lock on a leg. The officials looking, are they stalemates or is it stalling for either wrestler?
LaSala tries to come around.
So many moves that he's made have been on the edge of the mat.
23 seconds left. At the conclusion of this bout, we're going to take a business break, but when we come back, we'll speak with Shane Remolina of Milburn, the 145-pound winner.
Jordan shoots LaSala down to 10 seconds. He has to make a shot. Whether he gets it or not, he has to try. And it's Jordan that circles behind for his championship.
Jordan, the winner, 6-3 the final score. Give LaSala some credit. 4-3 or 6-3, it didn't matter. He was going to lose. He tried something at the end. Jordan was able to counter, pick up an additional 2 points, and he wins at 160 pounds. We're going to be back right after this.